Welcome back, yogis. We're going to take ourselves into Virasana, sitting on a block, or you can sit with your bottom to the floor, whatever is most comfortable. I find this is kinder for my knees. We're going to take our breath practice, hand to belly, hand to chest, shoulders are relaxed, breath moves smoothly and fully into the belly, and gentle little squeeze of the abdomen as you exhale. Find your rhythm. Gentle breath in, belly expands, breath moves into chest, and exhale, gentle contraction. Take your attention inward. Just make a mental note of how you feel, any sensations in your body, any tightness, any tension. And with each exhale, try and release, let go as much as you can. Gentle, always gentle. We're going to turn the hands into extension, so pushing with the heels of the hands. And we're going to make little semicircles with the neck. So head to shoulder, roll back and forth. Just find that little tight, tense spot across the shoulder. Keep the movement flowing smoothly as you breathe. You don't have to take the head all the way to the back. We don't want to compress the vertebrae in the neck. Just keep working that tight cord of muscle, taking the head to the other side, and then make your little semicircular motions with the head across the shoulder, gently releasing the muscles in the neck. Keep the movement flowing smoothly. One side might be stiffer than the other, so just be mindful of how you feel, how far you need to take the movement. The face is soft. Rolling the shoulders back, make the movement as full as possible. So we take the shoulders through a full range of movement. Inhale, roll back, and then rolling forward, change direction. Get into all those gnarly little tight spots in the neck and shoulders. Lubricating those shoulder joints. Roll the shoulders out. Flex the hands, open the chest, roll the shoulders in and round, open through the back of the shoulder. Extend the hands, roll the shoulders out, lift the chest, lift the chin, flex the hands, roll the shoulders in, round, lengthen the spine. Keep moving steadily as you breathe. Inhale as you open, exhale as you flex. Find your happy place. Find a little meditative space as you move and flow. And just take a moment, take a breath. Notice any sensations through the shoulders, through the neck. Always nice to take a quiet moment. We're going to come to stand and we're going to tap along the meridian lines. So tapping is good to wake up all the acupuncture points along the arms. Yin meridians down the inside of the arm, so heart, pericardium. Tap, tap, lung down the inner arm. And up the outer arm is the large intestine, small intestine, and Sanjiao, triple burner. You can be quite vigorous. We want to open as many channels as possible, shaking the hands, releasing stress. This is a nice Qigong exercise, and it's said that when children have tantrums and they shake and bounce and jump around, it's to release energy and release tension and stress. So have a good shake, have a good bounce, enjoy it. See how you feel. You can feel the energy moving through the arms. Our spinal breathing, elbows together, round through the spine. Inhale, open the chest. Keep the spine moving. Imagine you having a little wave of movement through the spine, bending the knees, rounding. Inhale, open the chest. And you can go at whichever pace feels comfortable for you. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, flex. You don't have to look up if it hurts your neck. You don't have to tuck your chin too tightly. But we want to create some movement through the spine, the upper spine, around the neck. The bending of the knees heats the body, using those big muscles, creates a bit of internal heat. Keep the movement flowing smoothly as you breathe. And then we're going to take a high lunge, left foot steps back. Adjust your feet so your hips are squared, and just notice whether you have any tension or sensations in the lower back. Don't bend the knee too deeply if you have tightness across the groin or tightness in your low back. Find your position, sink in. We take the hands into Gomukhasana, the arms into Gomukhasana. If you can't reach, you can use a strap. If you don't have a strap, just place your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Pushing up with the right elbow, pushing down with the left. Look over the left shoulder to release the neck. Smile, soften your face. Always be mindful of what's happening in your low back. Try not to poke your ribs out too much if you can help it. You're going to take a little back bend, only if you feel comfortable. Lifting the chest. Steady, smooth breath. Come up to stand, place the hands either side of the foot and step yourself back to plank. Squeeze elbows into ribs, chaturanga and up dog. You can just do a little cobra if you like, pushing your bottom back downward facing. So you can take a cobra or balasana if you don't have the energy for up dog, down dog. It's entirely up to you. It might be early in the morning. Step the left foot forward and find your lunge. So we keep the heel of the back foot up. Adjust your feet to where you feel comfortable. And again, take stock of what's happening in your neck. And your neck and your lower back. We tuck the right arm around the back. We take the left arm up overhead. And if you can't reach, it don't matter. You can use a strap, or you can just place the hands wherever you feel comfortable. We look over the right shoulder to release through the neck. And as you lunge, gently draw the ribs in, lengthen your spine. Take a breath, and then we go into a little bit of a back bend. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Ribs lift and open. Bringing the hands either side of the front foot. And step yourself back to plank. You might be kneeling plank to cobra. Hold the plank. You don't have to hold the plank, but really good for you. Push up through the shoulder blades, turn the inner arms forward. Slowly tuck the elbows, chaturanga, tuck the toes, up dog. Strongly pushing into the arms, downward facing. If you're not in the mood for a little flow, then by all means take a cobra and child's pose. Just reminding you. And then props, always getting the props ready. It's nice to use a bolster, but I had blocks today. So we're going to bring the scapula to the first block, resting your head on the second. So we want to be able to get some movement of the arms in the shoulder socket. You might not need the block. You might want that support under your head. It's entirely up to you. Have a play with your arm position. When we take the arms out wide, we're getting nice movement across the chest, opening across the chest. If you take the arms overhead, we're opening up through the front body more. And just finding that extra little bit of movement around the shoulder. Just take advantage of that nice opening in the ribs. Breathe and open the ribs. Change your hand position so palms facing down. And just notice the difference in sensation across the chest now. If you feel comfortable, you can extend the legs if your lower back allows, or just keep the knees bent. Keep reaching with the fingers, arms are active. Full deep breath. Your breath is going to feel different. There's not really much space for your diaphragm, so you'll be taking a good breath into the front and side ribs. Enjoy the movement of tissue in the lower abdomen, in the pelvis. Moving slowly, we'll come up to sit. You could roll to the side and come up to sit. And then finding your crossed legs. I'm sitting in Siddhasana. The block adds a little bit of height if your hips are tight. You don't have to sit in this position, just cross-legged. Sukhasana is fine. And if you are super flexy, lotus. You're going to do a little belly roll. So whichever side you want to do first, bringing the torso forward, rolling. It's massaging, squeezing, opening through the belly. You want to get as much circulation into the digestive organs as possible. You can make this movement as deep as you want and as fast or as slow as you want. Squeezing, changing directions, we'll go to the other side. So just imagine your liver, your spleen, your gallbladder, your large and small intestines, your colon, getting a good cleanse. We're allowing circulation to flow through all those tissues. We don't do ourselves any favors sitting all day, so it's nice to get some extra energy flowing through the digestive system. Very important for your immune health. Take a moment, see how you feel. Before we change position, we're just going to change the cross of the legs. See that both sit bones are firmly grounded. If you can help it, we're going to find our shoelaces position. So stack the knees. If this is not possible, cross legs is fine. We're going to fold to the right, reaching with the left hand. You might want to place your elbow on a block and rotate the torso, just adding another little element. Again, if you want to pause the video and explore these options, by all means, if you have the time, go for it. Placing the block on the left, change the cross of the legs. Unassisted strengthens your core, but if you can't be bothered, just put them in position. Keep your knees safe though. We're going to fold to the side. If you need the block, use the block and then rotate the torso. Always notice the different sensations through the side body, around the spine. Breathing into the side. Let's get those props out of the way. And begin to bring ourselves to downward facing. Grounding the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down the shoulders, sending the bottom up to the ceiling. If you can't get your heels down to the floor, it's all good. Just keep your knees bent. Neck is soft. See if you can wiggle your neck around or the shoulders relaxed. Smooth, steady breath. And then bringing yourself to the knees, we're going to lower all the way to the floor. Squeeze the elbows into the ribs, raise the chest for a little cobra. Push the tops of the feet into the floor, squeeze up around the knees. Lower the chest down, and then we're going to take hold of the feet. So I try to have a little rock here, and that was not my day for rocking. So if you are comfortable rocking, absolutely go for it. Otherwise, push the hands away with the feet. It's a really active pose. We're lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, and we're pushing the hands away with the feet. Then lowering the head to the floor and just draw your heels into your bottom. And slowly release. We push to kneeling plank, and then take your downward facing. Create some length through your spine. Sending the heels down to the floor, shoulder blades down the spine, neck is soft. Coming back to the knees, we're going to bring ourselves to sit. So if this is not comfy for you, sit on a block. If you have a bolster, double bonus, place the bolster just behind your hips, and then you can fold yourself over the bolster. You might need a block under the top of the bolster so you're at an angle, and just be really careful of your knees here. If you have any nasty sensations in your knees, don't do this pose at all. You can do one leg at a time, so you can have one leg extended and one leg bent, and this is something you have to play with. So if you want to stop the video and explore, by all means. It's lovely to take the arms back. We get more opening through the chest, and this really, it depends on your spinal mobility. You might not want to take the spine into too much extension if you have tenderness around the lower back. Play with your arm placement. Be soft, just completely yield. Coming out slowly, use the elbows to lever yourself up, and we are going to come to a downward facing. I just want to get, oh no, we're not, child's pose. If you wanted to take a downward facing, you could. Child's pose, lengthening through the spine. Forehead to the floor, smooth, steady breath, breathing into the back and side ribs. Breath is soft. Arms are extended, fingers are spread. Pushing bottom down to the heels. And then let's slowly walk the hands back. You can come to your back however you feel comfortable. You might want to roll to the side first, drawing the knees into the chest. And then we take a supine twist. So taking the right leg across the body, you might want to roll onto the left hip. Be sure that your shoulders are anchored. We'll look to the right. Have a little squeeze of the knee before you release. And then we'll draw both knees into the chest before we go to the other side. Draw the left knee into the chest. Roll onto the right hip just a little bit. Take the left hip across the body, extend the left arm and look to the left. As always with these spinal twists, breathe nice and fully into your belly. Make the most of it. Have another little squeeze. And then draw those knees into the chest. Lengthen the spine to the floor. We're going to bring the feet and knees together. Allow them to drop to the right. Keep the shoulders anchored. Come back to center and we move to the other side. You could make this slightly harder by keeping the feet raised off the floor, and harder still by straightening the legs. Extend the legs down. Turn the shoulders out, palms are facing up. Prepare yourself for Shavasana. So if you are out of time, just take 5 to 10 breaths in this position, or you can stop this video and find your favorite yoga nidra. Namaste yogis, see you on the other side.